It's Audrey, so you know you must be tuned in to All Access TV. You know what we always say, stay tuned in, we'll give you all access. Today we turn to King Learie Hall. He's the winner of the Mr. Caribbean Islands Continental. He just returned from Curacao to a raving welcome from the St. Martiners. And once again, he's headed out in September 2023 for the Caribbean Islands Continental in Chicago, Illinois. We wish him well, but not before this exclusive interview with All Access. Stay tuned. You are wearing your crown. Can you explain that to us right now?
Yes, I'm wearing my crown around my neck actually. CIC, the Continental, they do believe in crowning but around your neck, so I am wearing the medallion. So we no longer are wearing the crown on the head, we're wearing the crown around the neck proudly.
Okay. Tell me, how was your experience? Where were you? Where did this pageant take place? And tell me about your team as well.
So basically the pageant was in Curacao, the weekend of May the 27th. It was everything, all right? My team was Rhythm and Groove. Dion Bovell was the manager. My dancers, Jundri, Rodi, Clementine, Geraldine. It was a lot. My experience, it was amazing. It was amazing. I would not change it for the world. I can say that for sure.
Tell me about the wow factor, which in my opinion was that interview where they asked you, what could you have worked on? Was that the question exactly? And your question was that you always look to perfection. Explain that to the people.
With my interview, they asked me what was one of my weaknesses, and I remember telling them perfection. Perfection being that trying to be as perfect as possible in the public's eye with yourself, it can either make you or break you. Due to the fact that trying to be perfect, it comes with a lot of stress. It can either be that it comes out right or it comes out wrong. But because of perfection, sometimes it can stop you at your track, and you tend to not wanting to do it anymore because of it not getting or going the way that you would like it to go. So for me, perfection is a weakness that sometimes you have to try to hold it by its neck and try to keep up control, like, okay, we want it perfect. Even though it is not as perfect as you want, you're still gonna have to try push through. The question was, who influences you? And to be honest, at that point in time, my emotions was running. When I'm in pageantry mode, I can tell you my emotions are running all the time. Tears are easily being able to come through and so forth. And they asked that question, having the time that I was being able to think of who am I able to say, and I said, Learie.
Don't tell me that's the last cupcake.
Let's go get some more.
This Pina 2.0 is giving me beach vibes.
Take up the baton, my son. Run the leg of this non-stop race the way only you can. My son, our son, your candidate on the National Alliance stage for the upcoming January 24th election. Onward to victory. And thank you. Thank you.
There was also another question that you got on stage that, I mean, could have crippled you, but it didn't. And of course, you chose to be smart, be honest.
Yes, that was an interview panel with the group interviews we had about 3 of us together, Jamaica, Suriname, and myself. And I can say the question was, who influences you? And to be honest, at that point in time, my emotions was running. When I'm in pageantry mode, I can tell you my emotions are running all the time. Tears are easily being able to come through and so forth. And they asked that question, having the time that I was being able to think of who am I able to say. And I said, Learie, I'm going to speak to the heart. And I said, Khalil Valentino. And everyone was like, okay. So Khalil is basically the promoter, the owner of CIC, and I can tell you, he contacted me. He was like, Learie, I believe you can do this show and represent your island. And I was like, it's 3 years, actually 4 years since I have been on stage doing this, doing what I love. Right. And I thought of it, and to see how he motivated each contestant each day, checking up on everyone, inspiring everyone like, Learie, you guys can do this. And I said his name as the person who influenced me, and it was an emotional roller coaster at that point in time. At the end, I heard that he was tearing up to the back because he didn't expect his name to be called. But sometimes speaking from the heart is the best thing I can say. And to be honest, he's just a beautiful soul and a powerful person, and I believe with him, St. Maarten will be able to go far. I can say in 2019, when I won Mr. GQ and was getting ready for Mr. GQ Caribbean in Nevis, the show was publicized on Facebook, and Khalil came to me and he said, I would like you to represent St. Maarten. And due to the fact that sponsors was at low and I just wanted to try to concentrate on one show, I said no. I turned down the offer. And we did Mr. GQ Caribbean. We won in 2019, represented St. Maarten, and we still have the crown up to now. Right after that, we got a call that I needed to go for Mr. World, and then a whole new pageant scenery went on within 2 days timing.
Where was Mr. World?
It was in the Philippines. It was 2 weeks of intense work, learning different ways of how they do pageantry. It was about 72 men within the show. I was the shortest. The shortest and everything. But at the same time, the experience, I will not take it back or return it to anyone. I will tell you, if anyone has the opportunity, go for it. It's a beautiful thing that you see and learn so much about a different country and about different personalities and different cultures in one area. It's just a beautiful aspect that I believe that comes from pageantry. Yes.
When you came home the other day, you had such a warm welcome at the Princess Juliana International Airport. And I remember saying, actually my husband saying, Audrey, Learie, that's your boy. You got to make sure get down there. But the time was off, but we're still here with you. And we're still making sure that All Access represents you.
Coming through immigration and everything, even the immigration was like, welcome home, King. I was like, oh my God, you guys don't need to do all of this. And I felt so welcome, felt blessed. When coming outside, hearing the screams from the immigration coming through the doors, and they was like, welcome home and everything, and seeing everyone there who helped, who was there in support, it just touched a small, or not even a small, a big part of my heart to know that they took their time out to come out there and just to tell me, congratulations and welcome home. Anna Richardson, she was there. The Minister of Justice, as well. Paula from Essence and Mine, and the two contestants, the winner and the second runner-up. And other persons that was there that brought me flowers, flowers that was made out of balloons. It was very cute. The kids from the dance school, Rhythm and Groove. It was just a beautiful time.
Oh my gosh. Now I have to ask you about the Posh Production upcoming event. You are, you're doing so much in order to get to the bigger pageant, to represent yourself after winning this crown, but you're also helping the youth of St. Maarten.
Yes, I believe it's important that we invest our time into the youth of St. Maarten, because without the youth, we don't have a tomorrow and we don't have a future. So I feel that it's important that we try our best to mold and ensure that our youths are strong enough, they're brisk, they're able to showcase their talent, they're able to inspire younger youths that are younger than them to be able to keep St. Maarten culture, keep St. Maarten at a pace that we're able to motivate, inspire, to aspire. Yes.
And can you tell us a little bit about the young man?
So I will be helping, and I am the chaperone of contestant number 1, Mr. Lewis. He's Mr. MPC. He's an awesome young man. He's a motivator, I can say. He is inspirational as a person, as I read and I look at him. Yes, so my journey to Chicago this coming September, the show will be on the 1st to the 2nd. Our plan is to go from the 29th to the 6th of September, because our plan is to take the crown, the international crown, which is very important. So we're starting to do our planning, trying to look for sponsors and so forth. But before I continue, I would like to say I want to thank those sponsors that made it possible for me to be able to go to Curacao, show out, and ensure that everything was well. Now, I can say now going for this, we're going to need even more sponsors. So please feel free, whatever you can, 584-3578, which is my number, or feel free to message me or email me at Learie Junior, JUNIOR, at live.com.
Audrey here, signing out and thanking you for liking our pages on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and you subscribing, of course, to YouTube. Thank you so much. You know what we always say, stay tuned in. We'll give you all access all the time.